On it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
Here we go, here we go, here we go. On the ready. Come on, God, 55. Hey, get right. Get in the weight room.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 down at the 31. Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Let's go. 70 ending. It's our time. It's our time.
From the 29, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Oh, you got deep? Check 26, check 12.
Here's Geis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Let's go.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Geis, they'll try to run it. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Haskins to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with their fullback. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides, first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Defenders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Got the run. Shit,
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Here we go. Touchdown. Second turn. Second turn, defense. Let's go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Panthers first down.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Mike's 57. 57. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Looking to throw on second down. Hauser.
Let's get off the field.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down, Hauser. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hauser. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Deron Payne, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Off to Geis on the screen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hauser. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Off the play fake. Hauser taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 57's the mic. Watch it.
To throw again. Hauser. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 17-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Daron Payne, his second sack of the night.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 57's the mic, right?
Off play action. Hauser. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, third and long now.
Check 50. Mike 55, Mike 55. Push him back.
From the gun, Hauser. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a two-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. You don't see me in your nightmares, son.
Throwing again. Hauser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
57. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hauser. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Hauser. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Hauser. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 47-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't. You ain't going nowhere.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. This time Haskins will look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Strip that ball.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check home. Check hot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Hauser. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
57, Mike 57. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
To throw on third down. Hauser. And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. We own it.
On first down, Hauser gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
to the ground on first. It's Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. This is Geis. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish up.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 70 yards as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. 51 yards as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Haskins. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here we go with Haskins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins to throw.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Tackle. 57's the Mike, watch 57. Watch the screen. 57's Mike. Come on.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Hauser. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Going right side here, and that's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough. It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.